Welcome. Hi, my name is Scott Began, CEO of Real Began. I'm here with my partner, Eddie Lejano.
Hey, what's up, Scott? Hey, just thankful to be here. Excited to be here. I mean, it's interesting how this happened today, man.
Yeah, we just started the whole day unexpected. We were just coming to a networking event invited by Bill Wallace to go to Success North Dallas. We started off at 6:20 in the morning from the house, and all of a sudden we are in the studios.
Hollywood time.
Hollywood time.
Yeah.
So we're at Real News PR Agency. We've been invited by Jeff, and his staff has taken good care of us, and we're learning about behind the scenes and what this could mean for not only us but some of our clients in the days ahead. Yeah. So what do you want to go over here today?
I don't know. I think it's our year anniversary. We could go over how it all began and how we got here and where we are expecting to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I think let's talk with our audience. We're sort of the odd couple. Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see, we're definitely not the same age and or the same color. So we're definitely from two different parts of the world, to be quite honest.
Yeah, we're in a lot of cases we're different brothers from the same mother type of thing. So I mean, or brothers from anyways, one of those type of things.
Oh, gosh.
But I thought we'd share a little bit about how we met.
Yeah.
Do you want to start or?
Yeah, I mean, I graduated from UTD. Found an internship at Global Media Outreach, and that's where I met Scott. I did digital marketing for them there as an intern, that got hired on full time. And what I realized was I would always see this guy come in with nice shoes, and I was like, man, who is that guy?
Nice shoes.
And then I was like, who is that guy? And then one day, just went up to him. I'm like, hey, Scott. Or I didn't know him, so I was like, hey, I'm Eddie. And he's like, hey, how are you? And then that was it. And then the next time I just said, hey, I think you wear nice shoes. And then that's how our relationship started, and it flourished over the next couple of months. And to the point where Scott invited me to his Christmas dinner, and that's where we really started cultivating our relationship and where we really got to meet.
That's right. Yeah. I had started my career long time ago. There's about 35 years of age difference between Eddie and myself, and I've always been in sales and marketing. In fact, was at one time was the youngest real estate broker in the United States. When most kids would go out of college to go work a day job or flip burgers, I would run out to go sell houses. So that's sales and marketing has always been in my blood. Had the opportunity in the middle of my career to lead one of the largest organizations in Florida, we were selling over 300 homes
It's crazy.
I don't even know if I told you that.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, 300 homes a year for a master plan community builder in Florida. And from there, later I helped lead our family's business from $0 to $400 million. We went from one single location in Denver to over 15 locations around the country when I stepped aside. So anyway, sales and marketing has always been in my blood, and that's sort of...
I have a quick question for you. Is sales and marketing the same thing?
Sales and marketing are not the same thing. They're very much not the same thing. And in fact, we've just developed a course, and we're teaching folks the differences in that and what it means on digital marketing. Yeah.
You would tell them a little bit more of how we met?
Yeah.
On my side, they need to hear yours.
Yeah, sure. My faith is important to me. So from time to time, I've jumped out of corporate America, and at one time I was the CEO of the Dallas area Habitat for Humanity, and a tremendous organization, and we were able to receive funding. I'm very proud of it, to take them from 40 homes a year to over 100 homes a year, and that was a tremendous experience with a great organization. Most recently, as Eddie mentioned, we met at Global Media Outreach, where I was helping to raise money for a ministry. Their mission was to share the gospel from one side of the world to the other, and they were using cutting-edge technology to be able to do that. In fact, how many people a day were hitting our websites?
I think at one point it was like 1 million, came down to 500,000, and then I think they're hovering between, I don't know what they're at now, but when I left we were at like 300 to 450, so it's still a lot of people.
It is unbelievable, and it was just opened my eyes. I was raising money on behalf of the ministry, and Eddie was the young millennial brilliant guy in the background making all the magic happen, and having a lot of the folks from all over the world contact us. And that was my insight into digital marketing and the power of it. And so we came together, and I was leaving that. And I guess the funny part of it is that despite how important the cause was, I still have 6 kids. We still have
A lot of
college, man. So Eddie and I, 15 months ago, came together to open up this digital marketing agency. And our mission is to help business owners to promote their products and services online using the power of digital. So we've got 3 different offerings today.
Yeah, I mean, I can go into that. I mean, when we first started, I think like any business, we got the shiny object syndrome where we went wide. We were like, we need to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way, and it was just way too much. And we realized, man, we got to niche, and we got to niche hard and figure out, man, who's our audience, who can we go help, and just focus on that. And that's what we did. And right now, last year, all of 2018, we did B2B Legion on behalf of some major organizations in Dallas, and we helped them. But along that way, I mean, there's a lot of things that you learn, especially at my young age. There's a lot of things and mistakes that I learned very fast and very young. And when you're a business owner, I mean, those mistakes are on you. You know, they're on you, and it's something that you learn, and it's something that I've taken really hard, and something that has grown me. And Scott has been great. Scott has never really yelled at me or anything like that. He just wanted to yell at me for sure, but he has beyond been gracious with me, and if anything, he's helped me tremendously.
Yeah, one of the other offerings is that we've helped companies with B2C. We've helped companies grow, literally selling products out of their back of their truck into multi-million-dollar businesses selling over 6 digits online. In fact, to the point that we've blown up their whole. I mean, they just called crying and say, "You got to slow down all the sales that you're generating for us."
Yeah,
and that's a good problem to have, I guess, for any business.
Yeah. So just in short, what we focus on is lead generation and e-commerce. And we also have a third offering, which is our academy. And the reason why we created that is because what we realized over the past year was people did not know how to handle the qualified leads that were coming into their pipeline, and people did not know how to close that business. So what our academy teaches them is pretty much takes Scott, makes him the teacher, and teaches them, 1, how to create that pipeline, and 2, how to control it, and finally, how to close the business.
Yeah, it's one thing. You asked the question earlier, what's the difference between sales and marketing? One is that you can create a ton of qualified leads, but the sales piece of it, you need to be able to understand how to close the magnitude. And what was the biggest problem that we became frustrated with when we opened up our academy?
I think the biggest, are you talking about for us, internally, for us to figure out our persona, or?
No. I'm talking about the biggest challenge. Why did we set up the course?
Oh, I hear you. The reason why we set up the course is to teach people, 1, how to set up a digital foundation, and 2, how to create a pipeline, and 3, how to close the business. Which, for creating the pipeline and closing the business is by far some of the things that we saw inconsistencies last year from our clients, and where we coached them. But that's why we did it. And plus, Scott's experience is, it's 25 years of growing major organizations that smaller businesses can leverage to use that to their advantage.
Yep, that's fun. On a personal note, I just wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah.
What's it like to have a business partner, man, who's got so much gray in the hair? You show pictures of me when I was younger, and you got magnificent hair, and now I'm struggling to hold on. What's it like for a younger guy, young millennial, up and charging in today's economy to work alongside an older guy from sort of old school? What's that like?
I think it has its ups and its downs, and I think it's great. The first thing is, I get to learn pretty much if I ever write a book, it's going to be called Scott's MBA, because the last 2 things that the last 18 months and the stuff that I learned is just invaluable, and something that MBAs cannot teach. It's real life business, real life people, it's real life management, it's real life failures that school cannot replicate that, and that's something that I would learn from you. The next thing that I've learned from working with you is that, it's just sometimes technology is hard, and technology is tough for you sometimes, and it's something that I had to learn. But it's just as you're gracious with me, just to be gracious with you and teaching you how to leverage that for our business. But that's about it. How about you? How does it feel to work with someone?
Yeah, it's younger than some of my kids.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a great question, and some people look at us and they go, "Man, you guys are just the oddest couple." And I think a couple things come to bear. Number one, we both love the Lord, and number 2, we have tremendous respect for each other's skill set. Eddie is, one of the most brilliant. I put him in the top 5% of digital marketing minds in the nation. He holds court with some of the best thinkers, and he has relationships from one side of the nation to the other that have been absolutely beneficial. On a side note, I am challenged with laptop and stuff, but working with Eddie, it's just like, "Hey, Eddie," and he goes, "Just push it aside." It's like an old SNL skit, push it aside. Okay, I got this. So you go, boom, boom, boom. Okay, okay, done. Thank you. So it's like it's the equivalent of having an in-house Apple genius, right, working right next door to you. I mean, right next.
Yeah.
Anyway, what has, in your opinion, been the most exciting thing that's happened in the last year? And we'll talk about some of the biggest disappointments here just momentarily.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, biggest excitement was you just getting over the hurdle of 6 figures. I mean, for the longest time, I was just like, that number daunted me, and you were just like, man, you got to think big. You got to think way bigger. And that really opened the door for my mindset to let it rip. And we went through that, and I realized, man, that's that. Now it's next. And I think that's one of our biggest accomplishments is doing that, as well as creating a business, having employees, and seeing our employees like to work with us. Having even our freelancers, they love to work in-house, and hearing that feedback that comes from you to me has been probably my biggest win, is that coaching from you down.
Yeah. Talk to me in your, let me share with you from a standpoint, our biggest cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Who's our biggest cheerleaders?
Biggest cheerleaders for sure would have to be my girlfriend, Catherine, as well as my mom. They're always there. My mom might not agree with it, but they're always there cheering me on, and they're awesome. And lastly, my dog. His name's Milo. Shout outs to Milo. He's always with me at night, so I love that guy.
Yeah.
How about you? Who's your biggest cheerleaders?
It has to be my wife, Cheryl. Unbelievable, and not only a phenomenal person. You need somebody strong.
Yeah.
With the ups and downs of an entrepreneurial lifestyle, and the good news and the bad news, and just trying to figure this thing out and find your lane, you need somebody that believes in you, and she loves the Lord, and we also have a pit crew. We got talk to them about our pit crew.
So pit crew comes from one of our favorite guys. His name's Colin Millar, and he loves On Fire for the Lord. And pretty much what he says is, you need to have people that are for you, meaning you have to have a group of guys that are for you and that are encouraging you, that are praying for your business and are praying just for your life to just keep flourishing in the Lord. And I think that has been tremendous for our business, and that a lot of secular businesses might be watching this and they'd be like, man, that's crazy, but that's pretty much what has helped us keep pretty much steady. And even though when it goes down and up, like, that keeps us steady.
Yep. Nothing more powerful than a group of folks. We got about 10 or 12 people around the nation that are praying for us and praying that we're steadfast in our faith, and most importantly, the way that we serve others, and that we do it with excellence. So, I mean, those are some of the things that they're driving us. Yeah. What are the biggest challenges other than having to change our name midstream and rebrand?
I mean, just the business aspects. I mean, you have to wear, out of the gate, you're wearing 15 different hats when it comes to administration, accounting, hiring, firing, sales, creating a relationship, operations, reporting. I mean, it's just, you're wearing so many hats that, I mean, you have to be just mentally strong to be able to do that and come from one hat to another. But I would say that has been our biggest challenge. And what about you? What do you think our biggest challenge?
Yeah, doing the books. Somebody shoot me. Yeah. Anyways, we've got some great people around us now, and bookkeepers and accountants and that sort of thing. But anyways, long story short, we're having a blast doing what we're doing today. We enjoy each other. We enjoy the clients that we're working with, and most important, we just love creating results for people and making their life change. So we're having a good time.
Yeah.